What's up, YouTube? PokePrimer here. I'm ready to deliver you our week 4 battle here in JLPC Season 6. This week we are taking on Jayminape, and I apologize for this being late. Originally, I planned on actually having Jayminape with me on this, so I kind of got put off getting recorded throughout the course of the week, and then, just didn't have time. So, unfortunately, I'm sorry, Jay. I would love to get you in something in the future, but, for right now, unfortunately, it just didn't happen. But I gotta keep the train rolling. So we were taking on Jayminape and the Victoria Vespiquens. He brought the Volcanion, Comfey, Rhyperior, Magneton, D-Knight, and the Galarian Moltres, that demon of a bird. And you saw our team builder, so you know about what we're bringing. So let's just hop right into the game, and you're going to see how this one went for us. Alright, so we got Rotomome, as he's got the Magneton. So immediately I'm just going to go ahead and go for a Volt Switch, just kind of scout this thing. And he does turn out to be Scarfed, because we are running speed on this Rotom. So he does turn out to be Scarfed, which is interesting. That miss is kind of annoying, so, okay. I stayed in there, obviously, because I felt like there was no chance that he was going to stay in. He went to the Rhyperior so that he could bait the, he can take the Volt Switch and then bait the Leaf Storm. That was kind of, that's pretty much the whole point. And then he'd go into this and be able to just beat me down, right? Missing the Willows kind of sucks, because you're going to see very shortly what kind of set that he is. So it would have been nice to have that extra chip damage on this. It would have been able to get rid of this thing a lot faster. So we're going to see we are faster than this thing. We hit it with a Volt Switch, and it's weakness policy. And I was like, I fucking knew it. And then he goes for the Hurricane, does obscene damage to my incoming Mudsdale, but that's fine, right? I can just Toxic this thing. Oh no, he's sub. So immediately it's like, okay, what do we do? So at this point, there's not really much I can do. I'm kind of trying to sack Mudsdale here, so I went for the rocks, but I do get them up, which is nice. But I'm going to go into Rotom here as he goes for the Fiery Wrath, and this was a roll, I believe, but I get very lucky and get the 99% roll. So that's nice. So I can use the Volt Switch here to break his sub. Back into Mudsdale, as he's going to once again sub. Now, thankfully, he's outside of range for a substitute, which is awesome for me. He's just going to decide to kill the Mudsdale this time. Completely makes sense to me. Go back into Rotom, and I Volt Switch once again to get rid of his substitute. Then I go into Gene the Lickitung as he misses a Hurricane. Now, Hurricane, I don't believe killed me in one shot, but it would have put me in range for that Fiery Wrath. And it would have prevented this from happening. So I Body Slammed him, get the para, get the full para, and then Gene takes down the monster that is that Moltres. So for a +4, that's great. That just works out nicely. So I'm gonna get a Toxic off on the Dragonite. Thankfully, it's also got its multi-scale broken because of the rocks. He wasn't Boots, which is really nice. He does reveal himself to be Life Orb, so I know that he can't really do anything to me. He's not going to be faster than me because I am a Choice Scarf Lele, so I can just go in and mess him up. So we're just trading Mons pretty much this whole game. That's pretty much the gist of what's happening here. So I'm going to sack off Rotom here to the incoming Flash Cannon from this, Scarfed Magneton. Then I can go into Blacephalon, and Blacephalon is in a good spot to mess some stuff up. Or so I thought. He is Max Spadef. Max HP, Max Spadef, AV, Rhyperior. Oh boy. Okay. So, take a lot of damage from that. Right here, that turn, I almost clicked Thunderous Kick. Almost. I was like, I hovered over Thunderous Kick for half of my debate on this turn. And if I clicked Thunderous Kick, and you'll see later, I won this game. But I U-turned. Because I wanted to keep the momentum. I knew something was coming in. I was expecting the Comfey. Which in hindsight, I could have 1v1 the Comfey anyway. But still. But you turn out, go back into Lele, and I just fire off a Psychic, because why not? And apparently Magneton's just not bulky without EV Light. So I just 2-KO it without terrain, which is pretty crazy. Hindsight, right here, would have been where I should have gone into Zapdos and tried to sack it. There was no reason to keep Zapdos at this point. Especially because Lele runs the rest of this team's Fade. Right here, we get the boost. It's pretty much a 50-50 roll on the Shadow Ball here, but we do not get it. We are not going to be able to pick up the KO on this Volcanion. He's going to land the 90% Steam Eruption, which is perfectly fine. And it's going to kill. Zapdos comes back in here. Get the Thunderous Kick off. And fun fact, I know obviously like this is begging for a lot, but I actually had a like 5% chance of killing there. So I actually had a legitimate chance to kill that Comfey with Brave Bird. So it would have been a 0-0 win. But unfortunately, we're going to take a 1-0 loss to Jayminape and the Victoria Vespiquens. He played really, really well. That one misplay and then also preserving Zapdos after that misplay definitely, I think, cost me the game. Definitely think that between... I definitely think that like the pair of Lele plus Blacephalon would have been able to beat what was left versus the combination of like Blacephalon plus Zapdos. So it's unfortunate, but it is the way it is. Next week we take on our buddy Jake, our good boy Yogi, and the Boston Ursa-Rings. Always a fun time. He's already warned me ahead of time that his nicknames are Fire, so I'm really excited to face him once again. Our matches are always good, so can't wait for that. But until then, guys, I'm really looking forward to it. Until then, see you there. I'm PokePrimer, signing off. Peace.